Hello everybody. Yeah, I said I might take the trip over to Louth just because, you know, nice day, run out and all that kind of stuff. And in typical style, I totally forgot that I said that, so I'm at the collection point, which in fairness these videos do have a tendency to go on a little bit, and no one really needs to see me making a cup of tea, do they? So we're here, we're going to get it on. We're at Physical, that place over there, and ironically enough they've got a bay, but they like to load it with forks, don't know why. So I'm going to flip the side open. Made the mistake last time letting them load it with forks, got to the other side to get it off and realised they're loaded on American pallets, and American pallets are closed-ended, which means you can only get to them from one side, the side where the curtain is. I couldn't get them off of the pallet truck. I managed to get it off a little bit, but I had to break some down. So this time we're going to open one curtain, that way they'll put them on the side, and if they're in American pallets I can use the truck to shuffle them over. Right, they're not American pallets, standards and Euros. Once we can open both sides. That's the curtains open. Let's get loaded. Right, that's it locked and loaded. We've got 10 pallets of gym flooring. It's heavy stuff. It's not heavy, 10 pallets, even if it's a tonne of pallet. It would only be 10 tonne, and I can carry 10 tonne. I don't think it's a tonne of pallet. I think the whole thing comes in at about 8 tonne. And it definitely isn't a tonne of pallet because the last Euro pallet weighs nothing, you can move it. Of course, I said, are they standards? Yeah. Then started putting on, there was 2 American, which is fine as long as the 2 of them are not next to each other, because then I can't get in from either side. But one is here and one is here. So I'm going from one side, I'm going from the other side. And now we're off our way to some sports centre over in Louth. Time to hit the road. Here we go. Helps if I put it in the forward gear. That's the fail. Can we get out before the bike? Yes, we can. There he goes. Right, we're on the road. We are going to be in Louth. My God. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. 3:31, and on my clock I've probably got just over an hour. So it looks like I'm going to have to stop before I get there. It's a little bit frustrating, but then there we go. That's so that's probably 1:30. Have it unloaded hopefully by about 2. And then 3 hours to get home, I guess. 2.5 hours to get home about 4:30. I've got the day rate on the job, in fairness. I've got day rate plus a little bit extra for diesel, and it is going to take all day, so that's about right. If we're lucky, we'll get something on the way home. We'll see. M40 to Oxford. That's the start of our journey. Down here. And then we've got, where are we going? A43, like the A43. Nice steady road. A43, 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 A43. M1. Any advance on M1. A46 to Skeggers. Just had to have a conversation with one of the drivers. I've only got 3, makes it sound like I'm sort of any stubborn here. It's so frustrating. He keeps going over his driving time. Okay, you're allowed to drive for like 4.5 hours before you have to take a break of like 3/4 of an hour, or you can get 15 minutes in sometime within the 4.5 hours, and then you've got to have 30 minutes after that. Can't do it the other way around. And he keeps coming in. He'd done it twice, 2 weeks ago, and then I put his card in to check it out this week, and he's coming in at 4 hours and 32 minutes, which is really annoying. And it's like, it's still an infringement. But it's like, seriously, see it in the post, it's an infringement. It's not as scary as driving for like 10 hours when you're only allowed to drive for 4.5, but it's still an infringement. And I was debating, I don't know if I've said this, I was debating about swapping the trucks over, and I said to him about maybe swapping them up for the DAF. And he went right the other way, he wasn't pleased. Which is understandable, I get that. And to be honest with you, I think I've swerved the bullet, because I've now decided I like my DAF. I prefer my DAF, I'm very happy with my DAF. I haven't had it for a long time. She's lovely from it. I'm not in a rush to move. A bed would be nice, but you know, so I've had to ring him up and explain to him. And what we've decided to do is, I've gone, look, you've got to stop treating 4.5 hours as a target. You've got to treat it as the absolute maximum. I said you need to be. The way I work is you should be thinking about where you're going to stop on 4 hours, and you should be stopped by 4:15. Unless you think, right, I'm going around the 25 now, I put it in the sat nav, I'm going to be at South Mims at 4 hours and 22, that should be okay. You know, that kind of works as well, like, you know, so have a target of where you're going to. And the other thing we're going to do is Al's going to stop sending through his second job until he's done his first one. So do the first one, clear your time. He said in the office that we do ring them, we ask them what time they've got on their clock. And I think with my man here, I think his biggest fear, and it happens to us sometimes, is that fear of getting 20 minutes away from home. So you're at Toddington and you've got to stop for 3/4 of an hour so you can drive the remaining 17 minutes to the yard. And it's aggravating, but it is what it is. And you've got to do it. There's no way around it. And I have that frustration when I check the cards every Saturday and I put the cards in. It's mine, all green, 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 red. Oh, mate, why have you done it to me again? Anyway, we've had a conversation. Hopefully that'll be the end of it. What are the odds? Well, that's the M1 done. We are now, I've got 2 hours left to go. I've got 2:51 on my clock, so obviously I will be stopping. Yeah, I'll probably get about 20 minutes, half hour away from where I'm dropping off to, and then we get half hour. I've managed to squeeze a bit of time earlier on, and then on, you know, sort of. Not a lot's happening really. Keep checking the atmosphere if anything pings up. It doesn't, but like I say, I'm not going to break my neck over that one because they're kind of pay me day rate anyway. And if I have to come back empty, I have to go back empty. What I'll do is I'll tip, and particularly when I'm on break, I'll look for something in the area, or then I'll tip, and then on the way home I will do the two-pronged attack of looking between where I am, picking something up maybe that can be dropped off in the morning, and searching for my home location for either something that I can fetch when I get back near base or something in the morning. But yeah, hey, onwards and upwards. There are certain areas which are kind of a bit of a dichotomy in the fact that they're lovely to drive. I mean, Lincoln Way, you know, kind of that sort of the knobbly bit that sticks out on the right and the top it, and traffic is normally pretty clear. They're A roads, they're pretty. The best roads to drive on are A roads. They're interesting, they're not boring. You can look at the scenery and the countryside and the bits that ping up. On the flip side of things, you know you've got little to no chance of coming out of these areas. These areas are very agricultural, so anything that comes out of it tends to be agricultural based, and if it's going to be potatoes, it's going to be in square pallets. There's going to be 26 of them, and they're going to go on the time of an Arctic, which is pre-booked by some firm down here, I'm sure. But that doesn't mean that it's not a nice way to live. You know, you think, well, I'm just going to poodle along, drop it all off, and yeah, look, you see there's like canals, canal boats, and trees. It's pleasant. It's nice. We are now, just for the record, an hour and a quarter away. Oh, he's broken down, bless him. Benny as well. It's a shame, isn't it? We are an hour and a quarter away, and on the clock we are 3:34. So I'm probably going to be stopping with about 20 minutes left to spare, and then pulling along to Lincoln and getting off. Right, we've got the orange light on the dashboard. I've got 34 minutes before we get there, and on the clock I've got 15 minutes to stop, which we kind of knew was going to happen anyway, which is absolutely fine. Another wonderful thing about the Lincoln area, of course, is there's plenty of places for lorries to park. So I've got my 15 minutes now, so I will be stopping at the next available lay-by, which means I've been kind of playing Russian roulette a little bit with, do I get one that's right on the side of the road, so I get rocked every time that a lorry goes past me? Or do I get one of them funky ones which is set back a little bit? But to be honest with you, it's only half an hour anyway. I'll just sort of sit back. Yeah, see, there we go, parking, quarter of a mile. That should be fine. Something can, I mean, we are playing a game. We are playing that chicken game of will there be a space? But if there is space, I will stop, because otherwise you end up, it's actually closed. No, I don't think it is closed. Does that say? Lay-by close. Brilliant. There you go. Fine. But yeah, now we're starting to play chicken, which is you go, oh, I'll just go on to the next one. Oh, I'll just go on to the next one. And then you get the next one, you go, hang on a second, we're running out of time now. But yeah, we'll be stopping anytime soon. That one will do. It's on the wrong side of the road, but it's a good one. Set back, view of the countryside, lovely. Let's put this round in here. I don't know if this is a lay-by or it's just a piece of road, I'm really not sure. There we go. No, it's just parking. I'm parking here. Half out. That's us done. Well, we're here. Just sent the verbal text over to the driver to confirm the warning. That's all done. I've got half hour to kill. This is the new game we play. I've got the banjo, not a banjo. Play banjo, go to jail. This is the truck guitar. This is the Martin backpacker. It's a proper guitar, but it's kind of thin. And now what I've been doing recently, I'm sitting on my brake. I'm currently trying to learn classical gas. I'll give you a little shout here. Very much work in progress. Kind of the next bit as well. It's sort of like. Yeah, very much work in progress. So I'm going to be sitting there doing this the next half hour. I won't bore you with that one. And then off to the sports centre. I'm counting on the fact that because it's Lincoln, there's plenty of land. It's not expensive. So chances are, hopefully won't be too tight. Not like the last one. The last one where I had to try and get into the entrance from like a road full of houses with cars parked on double-sided street. But I'm hoping we got nice and easy, plenty of space to unload, 10 pallets off on a tail. Bingo bango. Right, that's the break done. 4 hours 19 worth of driving time and an hour's worth of rest. It'll be 31 minutes in a minute. I tend to wait for 31. You don't have to. You will have 15 and 30. If it says 30 on the tacho, it's 30. But I just do it because that's the way to go. There it goes. Drove myself mad with classical gas. I'm halfway through lesson 5 of 8. I've done it before. I did it in the past. I'm just catching up on something before, and I'm kind of sometimes doing the Janet and John version. But we're on our way now to, where's that gone? To the leisure centre. We should be there in just over half an hour, which means we'll be there thank you. We'll be there at about 1:45. Get it tipped. Let's hope it goes well. Well, we're getting there. Over 20 minutes. I'm now in the Lincolnshire Wolds. What exactly is a wold? We've got near us, we've got Stow on the Wold, and obviously there's the Lincolnshire Wolds, and I'm sure there's probably wolds the world over. I often wonder with these things. We've got places near us like kind of Leicestershire. Newton-on-Think. What's an unthink? I've heard of them. They come across like, you know, Eaton Bray. I live in Eaton Bray. I've found other Brays. What's a Bray? Bilton on the Beans. I presume they don't mean Heinz beans. I assume it must mean something. That's probably something to do with Old English or Latin or Chaucer or Cockerels or something. I don't know. Anybody knows, please answer on the postcode. That would be great. Stick them in the comments on Sunday Q&A. In the meantime, I'm thinking about this leisure centre, and I've typed in the name of the road and I've typed in the name of the leisure centre, neither of which came up, which means it might be a new build, which means it might have a fork truck. Doesn't really matter if it hasn't. We got to tell. We're good. Here we are in Louth. Very pretty place, narrow streets, that kind of stuff. No vehicles over 7.5 tonnes, which of course doesn't apply to me because I'm dropping off in here. So I thought I'd give you that. I thought I'd give you the joyous. I thought I'd turn the cameras on 2 minutes before we get there, so we get to see the absolute joy of. Is this the place? Isn't this the place? This is definitely not the place. Why am I here? The postcode is wrong. Oh yeah, no, sorry mate, you need to be in Mablethorpe. Oh no, they've got to go to Skegness. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I am literally 2 minutes away. So wish me luck. Here we go. Pop down here. So we need to hang. Apparently 650 feet, we're taking a left down here, 900 feet, bosh, 0.3 miles away. That look like a leisure centre? Max kills. Don't get Max then, that'd be terrible. That really look like a leisure centre, does it? What's the name of this road we got to be on? That might help. Drizzly roads. Thank you. That could be a leisure centre. In which case, I've just gone past it. Bookings. Someone's going to Brighton. Oh, we're going to Brighton. Now, could that be a leisure centre down there? Now we're looking for from the physical to the Meridian Leisure Centre in Louth, and apparently it was behind me. They're bung up. Ah, look at that! Now that's the way to do it. You come round the corner and there's this enormous grey and bricky building that says Meridian Leisure Centre. Look at that. That's the way to do it. Right, so now I've just got to work out where I'll stick the truck so it's not in anyone's way. Walking and tell the people in reception I've got some mats for them. Oh, if only they could all be like this, eh? Turn out I guarantee you it's going to turn out it's the wrong Meridian Leisure Centre, and the one I want is actually in France. But just pop this down here for a second, and I'm going to see the reception. Right, but inside, yes, they're expecting me. Apparently, if I go down there, there's a turning point round the back, which is nice. Lincoln, plenty of space. So I'll go down there, and the colleague is going to be opening the door. Thank you, madam. Because apparently they're expecting me. So, time to get these 10 pallets off then. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. That was a line from Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band. You don't hear much about them anymore. I mean, his brother went into politics, didn't he? There was sort of Ed Miliband and the other Miliband, but Steve Miliband obviously decided to go into pop music. I probably did better on the whole. Didn't he have a hit with the Joker or something like that? I'm sure it probably wasn't Batman linked. Anyway, right, down here, find somewhere to stop. He said, I assume you're in a truck. I said yes. So I'm guessing he thinks I can fit a truck down here. Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. Look at that. All the room in the world. You don't need that wing, do you? Or that. Right, so we're going to go down here. And we're going to stop off down here. Now we're going to get these pallets off. Look at this. Oh, lovely. It's a nice big space where the colleague is ready to meet me. I think we'll stick it somewhere around. Ah, there's an open door. Could be interesting. It will stop here. And that's it all done. Oh, a bit sweaty. Yeah, on the grounds that I had to drag all 10 pallets into the pump room over there, pump room, up a slope, while the bloke from the leisure centre watched me. He did occasionally push the odd pallet. The last one was really heavy, and he waited till I was nearly through the door of the pump room and went, "Oh, sorry, I'll give you a hand." You work in a leisure centre. You're supposed to do this kind of stuff. Oh, well, never mind. I'm paid to do it anyway. So, but that's it. And while I was delivering, the phone call came in because I've been on one from base. I was having a look at a couple from base, and I'm picking up tomorrow morning in Hatfield at 5, between 5 and 6. It's got to go to Gloucester. So I'll be up raving early in the morning, which means I will not be looking for a job on the way home now. I'm just going to go straight home. I haven't done it. It's now 4:45. It's got to be 4:45. I'm going to be what? 4:45, half 5. Probably by the time I get home. That's fine. I've got paid my day rate. Had an easy day. Off I go. Up bright and early in the morning. And of course, another reason why I got ever so warm is because I started to drag the pallets off. The sun came out, but it would come out, wouldn't it? Because it's sunshine on Louth. And on that note, I'm just going to say, I hope you're well. Take care and take money.